Series 4, UK Telecoms Decoded. The UK telecoms industry is at a crossroads. Margins are under pressure. Fibre wars are intensifying. The biggest merger in British telco history completed just months ago. AI is being injected into every layer of the network and the business. And enterprise buyers, the organizations spending billions on connectivity, managed services, and digital infrastructure, are making decisions in an environment that looks nothing like it did 5 years ago. And yet, most of the content out there on UK telecoms is either too technical, too financial, or too superficial to actually help a business leader make sense of what is happening. This series is my attempt to change that. Welcome to UK Telecoms Decoded, a new series on SCircle where I go deep on the operators shaping Britain's digital future. Over the coming weeks, I'll be analyzing 7 of the UK's most significant telecoms operators, 1 episode per operator, 7 minutes each, built around a consistent analytical framework that allows you to compare, contrast, and genuinely understand what each organization is doing. The operators we'll be covering are BT Group and EE, the UK's largest and most complex telecoms group reinventing itself for the AI age. Virgin Media O2, Britain's convergence champion, built on the merger of 2 iconic brands. Vodafone UK, now transformed by the landmark merger with 3 into a new competitive force. 3 UK, and how the merged entity is finding its identity in a consolidated market. Sky UK, the media giant that became a telecoms powerhouse and is now redefining what a telco can be. TalkTalk, the challenger brand fighting for relevance in an increasingly consolidated market. And Openreach, the infrastructure company quietly deciding the digital future of every home and business in Britain. Each operator, 1 episode, 7 minutes, the same 5 parameters, applied consistently, analyzed honestly with no vendor agenda. Let me walk you through exactly how we'll analyze each operator because the framework matters as much as the content. Parameter 1, market position and financial health. Where does this operator stand in the UK market right now? Revenue, subscriber base, market share, ARPU trends, and the financial trajectory. Whether this is a business gaining ground or defending it. Parameter 2, leadership vision. Who is leading this organization, and what do they actually believe? I'll look at the CEO's public statements, strategic announcements, and investor communications, because strategy is ultimately a bet on a vision, and understanding the leader is essential to understanding the direction. Parameter 3, business strategy. The bets being made right now: 5G investment, fiber deployment, AI integration, enterprise services, consumer bundling. Each operator is making different choices about where to compete and where to concede. I'll break down the logic behind those choices. Parameter 4, growth formula. Where is the revenue growth actually coming from? And is it sustainable? This is the commercial heart of each analysis. Which customer segments, which product lines, which partnerships, and which market opportunities are driving the numbers or are expected to drive them in the next 3 to 5 years? Parameter 5, the honest challenge. No operator analysis is complete without an honest assessment of risk. What could go wrong? Where are the pressure points? This is the section that separates genuine analysis from promotional content. 5 parameters, 7 operators, applied consistently, so that by the time this series is complete, you will have a genuinely comprehensive view of the UK telecoms landscape that most industry veterans would be proud to call authoritative. The UK telecom market is worth over $31 billion in 2026. It serves over 103 million subscribers, and it is being reshaped simultaneously by significant consolidation, an ambitious infrastructure program, and the arrival of AI. The decisions being made in boardrooms across BT, Virgin Media O2, Vodafone, 3, Sky, TalkTalk, and Openreach right now will determine the shape of Britain's digital infrastructure for the next decade. If you are an enterprise buyer evaluating connectivity partners, this series will help you understand who you are really dealing with. If you are a technology vendor or services firm, this series will give you the strategic context you need to have better conversations and win better business. And if you are simply someone who believes that understanding how industry actually works behind the press releases and annual reports is worth your time, then the series is for you. We start next week with BT Group and EE, the most complex and most storied organization in British telecoms history. A company that once was British Telecom, that was privatized, that built EE. That now sits at the intersection of network infrastructure, consumer services, enterprise technology, and AI, and is making some of the most consequential strategic bets in its history. I'll see you there in the very first episode. If you know someone in the telecoms industry, in enterprise technology, or in business strategy who would find this series valuable, share this introduction with them now. And drop a comment beneath: which operator are you most curious about and what question do you most want answered? This series is as much a conversation as it is an analysis. See you next week.